it, you know. Yeah, don't stop recording my American lady, you know. Don't stop. Yeah, okay, yes, Eunice there. I know Eunice, I think Uganda, and myself here. Who else? It's only two of us. That's okay. That's really good. You're either saying you are either lying or you are saying the truth. But there is a place where I used to work. I'm not going to mention the country. The people in that country, they believe if you're an adult, you never tell lies. And so I would say I don't think anyone is. You are just being cool. You don't just disclose. Yeah. So anyway, 7 days are small, and I'm here simply because again, Molai had to go in quickly, rushing to go and attend to business with one of our clients. That's a new client, and he had to go in today. And I said, "Oh, James, why can't you do it on?" Now, as he did it, I said, and that was about we had a meeting around 9 to 10:30. That is actually after 10:30 is when he said, "Oh, can you redo this?" And then I had actually another call. I said, "No, I can do it." And as now I was gearing into doing it again, I just found myself in this kind of mood, Yeah, I told even my family that actually today I'm going to lead the training again. And yes, and at the time when I had the other meeting, actually I just had my shirt on and I didn't have a tie. But then I said, now this time, let me put on a tie so that when I meet the colleagues on that training, I'm smart enough. Again, my family said, "Why are you putting on a tie? You are in the house," because I'm working from home, by the way, for those who don't know. Today, anyway. Yeah. Okay. Welcome everybody. This time we 10 minutes in. At the dot at the actual dot or 5 past, we should be out of here. We will not. There's only one person I think who was not here last week. It was Kevin. Kevin, can you put on your camera and just introduce yourself, please? And Eunice, please. Also, I think Eunice, you were not here last week. Just put on your camera and introduce to them, everyone. Okay. Before you do, let me introduce myself. My name is James Vogere, and I'm an accountant. Yeah, I'm privileged to be a chartered accountant, but right now working with Moracle, and I really enjoy it, and I enjoy this as this 1 hour. Yeah, so work with Mola, work with Noah, work with Miriam, we work with Mariama, we work with Linda, the lady who is allowing us to talk to each other. Quite an amazing lady. Work with the others. I don't want to leave out anybody, but those ones I think I've mentioned. Oh, Alfred as well. So we work. Okay, Jessica is here. Sepide, yes, Sepide is here, and there's another one who is not on here today. Yeah, so we work together here in Moracle. So I'm privileged actually to have these chances when we can pull together and in fact revise and remind ourselves what we do every Thursday. So yeah, okay. Yeah, Eunice was the one who was going ahead. Please just a camera and introduce yourself to others who may not know you, and those who know you like us. We love your face. We love you that you are here. Yeah. Oh, looks we can't hear.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, sure.
I can hear you now.
Sure.
Yeah,
so I work
you are based
in Uganda with I actually work with Kevin at Amarin Financial Group. We do bookkeeping services, but I'm very happy to be in the training and partner with Moracle for the work that we are about to start. We're still in the training phase, so I'm excited to be here.
Thank you. The other one is actually Kevin. I think Kevin.
Kevin is not able to put the camera on, but he sent her greetings in the group.
Oh, it's in a group. Oh, okay. I had missed
in the
that.
messages.
In the message. Okay, in the chat. Oh, okay. I'm unable to put on the. No, we want your voice. I know you're unable to put on your camera, but
hello,
you can
hello
say
everyone. My name is Kevin Asinde. I haven't been around for about 3 weeks now, but I'm back.
Yeah.
So I work with Eunice.
Okay. Oh, yeah. This one is also hails from Uganda, as you've seen, if you have actually been in the chat. Oh, you, Kevin, we are so glad to get you. You know, this place is international, and that's what makes it more exciting. We are an international company looking kind of working together with those other people all over the world. Yeah, so please tell others as well. I think Eunice has told you, and that's very good to come here. It's very good that you were told and then you are here with us. Yeah, okay. We are going to start. And again, as I said, I've been told to stand in. So how are we going to do this? We are going to continue with our Moracle Accountancy Formula. And remember, we started on the stage, what is stage number 3. But as always, I'm going to share here the chart, those stages, and then we will go through, we'll run through the whole of the 6 stages, and then after that, we zero in on stage number 3. Now, today is a bit different because I've actually chosen a kind of we are going to really look at how a schedule looks like. Today, we may not be able to finish because it's quite a lot, but it's very nice. I mean, when we do this, like I remember when I was learning this from the beginning, it appeared very new, and so common. So okay, so we are going to do that, and then the third part we are going to have question and answer. How are we going to do it? We go through all the 6 stages. Secondly, we zero into stage number 3. We look at a model. We look at a schedule. We are going to look at scheduling today, and we will look at how you do it. And then after that, we have question and answer, and then later we have a social, but the social will not be here. We take lunch, because here in the UK, after we've finished, it will be lunchtime. I don't know the others how it will be. Yeah, so I'm going to share my screen. Okay, it's going to allow me. Yeah, she has allowed me. Now, this accountancy formula, you can actually get it online. You can get it online. Let me just show you how you get it online. Let me see. Yeah, that's if you can write down that, because of course after this it will go away. www.moracle.co.uk, and then stroke Y, choose us. It is H. I'm also writing it down. Yes. www.moracle.co.uk Y, choose us. And do you know the one who made this link is Linda, is our in-house expert called Linda. So you can see how we are resourced. Right, so we are going to look at this accountancy formula, and yeah, I want to remove this. I want to remove this so that it is out of the way. Yeah. In fact, I wanted to make my. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Hello?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can see my
Yeah,
screen,
you
right?
can see your
Okay,
screen.
good. Okay, good. Yeah, okay, so let me maximize it. The accountancy formula. We call it Moracle Accountancy Formula because this is the brainchild of sorry, I'm being distracted here. My office is being invaded. The members of my family. Sorry, I'm really sorry that this is happening. I have to shout out that, otherwise if I say, what is happening to James? You need to be knowing what I'm doing. But I think now they have given me space. Right, so the Moracle Accountancy Formula, 6 stages, management accounting system, information system, management accounts, and value added, statutory accounts, and scheduling, where we are going to zero in number 3. Number 4, taxation. Number 5, reporting. And number 6, filing with authorities. Yeah, so these are the six stages. In fact, for any company, really, any general company, this is what is going on daily. This is what is going on daily. I'll tell you, for example, this week, how have I occupied myself? Today is Thursday. I went into this company and I was actually here. This company now have chosen to take on the accounting function. We actually the finance function, not accounting function. Yeah, the finance function, the whole lot, HR, or everything, the finance function plus the admin. You know, just that. So this whole week, actually, I was trying to understand one particular aspect of what this business does. It does projects. You know, so I was here to understand exactly what is going on and what am I going to capture and how I capture it. Actually, because we are taking it on, then I want to understand how the other people who were doing it, how we're doing it, you know. Very, very important, you see, management information system. In fact, I just love here where this again is the brainchild this is an idea of Molai. Out there, this part is called bookkeeping. Because just a little story. When I was in school, there's at a stage where I think it was all level. They would do, if you don't want to continue. At my time, I think now the things have changed anyway. At my time, you would actually choose a course to do. But I remember when some of the courses were like you want to be a bookkeeper. And I remember in my head, even up to now, it's like, I don't want to be a bookkeeper. It was like something which was looked down upon. It shouldn't be looked down upon, but obviously some of the jobs or some of the things that people do can be looked down upon, and yet it is very, very important. So here, management information system. In fact, the right way is this one, management information system, because we are people. The reason, as accountants and bookkeepers and all those people in the finance function, what we do, we have to manage this information. It is by information that then we are going to give a picture about this company, about this organization. I mean, look at the two main financial statements that we come across, which of course everyone knows. If you talk about cash flows and forecasts and what have you, people may not know. If you talk about budget, by the way, most people know what. If you budget, somebody will ask you, have you budgeted? You know, they know. Now, if you talk about balance sheet, some people know, some people don't. And if you talk about profit and loss, some people know some profit. Yeah. They made a loss and they made a loss. So we have got to know those two important statements, for example, the profit and loss account and also the balance sheet. One is capturing the business as at that time, the assets and liabilities of the company, of course, which is balanced out with equity, you know. So that's a capturing that statement. If you say balance sheet as at 31st December 2022, you know, that's just a snapshot. Then the profit and loss is giving out all the what has going on. If the business is into trading, what has gone, what did they buy and what did they sell, and what was the result? And then you've summarized that. Now those are figures that we are using, which are historical figures. But then you cannot have those figures unless you have this information having those figures. You have got the vouchers, you've got the invoices, you've got the receipts, you've got the all those that say, okay, this is so much, historical and then figure. So here, management information system is really important for us to say, okay, this management information system, it's not just bookkeeping, it's not just recording, because bookkeeping has got a view of just recording. Oh, you are just recording. You got a receipt and you put it in your books and that's it. No. You need to know how to record. Where are you going to record this? You are given this figure. This figure is salary. Where are you going to put it? So that's why we have here data capture, recording, analysis, reconciliation, and then payroll. Payroll is very, very important and very sensitive as well. Again, has been, again, in this other company where I am, there's a payroll, not a payroll as such, but there's a payment problem that is going on that we are solving. And so some people have not been paid because of something that went wrong. Payroll there. In terms of the charities, there's gift aid. In fact, each of these is kind of it's nice to just look at each one of them. Each one of these is more than an hour if we are to look at it. But everything is captured here. Everything is recorded here in management in stage 1, which we call management information system. And we need to manage this information. We need, first of all, to capture it properly, to record it properly, to analyze it, and then, of course, reconcile. What have we got all the information? What is the information that we're expecting? Have we captured it? Have we recorded it well? Yeah, so that's what we have here in stage 1. But we have also some systems that like CRM, CRM and DMs, they really help. But here, in another thing, we also use the software. QuickBooks, Xero, or Sage. Some other companies use softwares that are not named here. But in members of any of all these ones, the accounting club, which is a club where we plus the software developers. Now the second stage is the management accounts and value added. So so management accounts, as the name suggests, we are giving accounts to the managers so that they can make decisions properly, decision making. And the managers can make decisions basing on the historical records that which we have already, and they can base them, but then that information will be better if then we add value to what we have. That's why we have here value add, you see. So we have got management account and value add. So here we have profit and loss analysis, the balance sheet analysis, the cash flow analysis, the KPIs, key performance indicators. Yeah, Google Analytics, whereby we would go on Google and then try to go to their website and then see how often, who is visiting, how many, the frequency of this, because that would also, and also to get into the industry. How are the industry average? What are they doing? The non-financial analysis. Here we capture mainly the finance, in other words, the figures. But here we bring in the non-financial. You know that the non-finance is also very important. The finance is very important. The sentiments of the people. I mean, how is this business? So that will help the managers do their thing. Here we use spotlight reporting. Again, in the house we have got Miriam, we have Mariama, I think Noah is also getting on there. These are guys who are very, very good. Miriam, I think Miriam was actually to give the other week, not last week, was to come in and give her expertise, but that clashed with an appointment she had with some other organization where she wanted actually customers. At least that's what she told me. Is Miriam in here? Okay, something is in the chat. What is that? I get a distraction. Sorry. Oh, no, already that's read already. I'm Kevin Asinde. Yeah. Oh, Kevin. Yeah. Shout out for Kevin. Kevin is here for the third time or something. You are welcome. Right. So second, then after that, we have got this stage number 3. In most cases, Moracle used to have only stage 3 clients, whereby the clients do number 1 and 2. And then at stage 3, that's when we come in. At the moment, yes, most of the clients are that way. But like now, this client I'm talking about, we are going also to take on the stage 1, stage 2, and then in fact, we are going to take on everything. We are talking on the finance function of that organization because the person who was, well, the finance director actually is not there. He kind of moved on, and then the company asked us to come in to take on the whole finance function. Yeah, so we have to stage 3 here. Will be, as I said, we are going to zero into that one. I will not say much about it, but it is a stage whereby, because the management accounts are not by statute. In other words, they are not by law. In fact, there is a company where I worked, we used to prepare management accounts, but the managers really did not even look at them at any day at all. We had even suggestions in there. They didn't care, because after the owners of the managers. Okay, we had owner manager. If a company is taken on by an owner manager, is the one who decides. He has his dream and his vision is in his head. So you may prepare those accounts. They may not really make any sense. But you as a professional, by the way, do not say, oh, simply because they are not looking at it, I shouldn't. No, do prepare and then put it in the record. Because you see, on the other hand, they may not really care, but one time they could just come up and say, oh, how about this? And then you don't have a record, really, then you'll be like, hey, you're actually incompetent. You're not doing your work. Yeah, so as again, an accountant or country manager, or you're the one in this company, please make sure that every month, if you are doing it every month, do that. If you decide that the policy is every quarter, then make sure you have got that quarterly management accounts. Right, so number 3 here is the statutory by statute. Every company should produce these accounts, the profit and loss account. Actually, I'm using the new way is the statement of income and statement of. Can you remind me, please? Because I'm using almost the UK version, and it is still into the system, but actually it's not profit and loss or balance sheet. It's to do with statement of gains and losses or something. No, that's another one. That is part of the profit and loss. No, if you get it, please just put it in the chat. If you just remind me of the international version of those statements. So we don't call it balance sheet. We don't call it profit and loss. Because I'm a little bit from the old school. Those things are still in, but you guys who are just coming in as youngsters, it's the international version of even expressing the names of these statements, financial statements. Okay, number 4 is taxation. Okay, has someone put it in? Oh, good. I think someone has put it in. Statement of financial activities. Wonderful. Yes. Statement of financial activities so far, and that's the equivalent of profit and loss. Yeah. Thank you. And then balance sheet, statement of coding on. Who is there? The balance sheet. The balance sheet. Yeah. Put it in as I continue. Yeah. Taxation. Tax is very important because one, in terms of government, they actually depend on what the activities of what businesses do, or not businesses, everyone, what everyone does. For a number of people, which perhaps is about 99% of the people, they just sell their time, they sell their profession for money. You know, they say, okay, we are going in this company every month they are going to give us so much. The others, they sell products. If you are a business owner, it's your business which is doing that. So in both cases, that income, out of that income, you need to be able to give some to the government to run the government things properly. So taxation is here. Now that is also very very sensitive, because if we have here it's taxation, the tax that is declared, that is computed, is dependent on what was put in stage one. I've got a client whereby we're battling with the HMRC. HMRC here is the organization that looks after taxes of the country. And one of my clients, actually, our clients, Moracle clients, who I've been assigned to, we are battling with how much now she has to pay. One, she didn't declare, and she has property, just one single property, and then she didn't declare that for years. And then the HMRC came back and said, well, you got the money, so we want the tax. And they, of course, once you are owing HMRC, three things come into space. One, the first, I should have told you to carry. In fact, on this program, you must have a pen and paper or a book. Have a book called training, Thursday training, you know, and then you need because some of these things, some of these nuggets come out, and then you have just to write them off, or perhaps you can also ask Linda after the this recording. Anyhow, this is how much you owe HMRC. That's the amount X. But then as you owe them, then because you are not paying, there will be what is called late penalty charges. Late penalty charges, that's the second aspect. And then as then you have not paid, there will be now also interest, because it's a liability. It's like it's their asset, it's a government asset, and that asset they will earn interest on it as long as you are holding it off them. And therefore you'll end up paying these three things. One, the money that you owe, the tax that you owe. Second, the charge for paying it late. And third, you will pay the interest on that money that you owed, depending on how many days you do it. You take before you pay it. It could even be years. Like now for this particular client, it is years. And the interest is staggering. You can't tell. This interest alone is £5,000. Actually, right now is more. It's about £7,000, you know, because the interest doesn't. And it's, yeah, so that's why this part here, we need to be very careful. We need to make sure we do it in time first. First of all, with the HMRC, there's always this late. If you're owing HMRC, they have a penalty, late filing penalty, you know, late filing penalty. And it can be hefty, depending on how you do it. Sometimes they say, okay, after these days, it is so much, 150, for example. After that, it could be 100 every so many days, you know. Yeah, I would encourage you to, in here, in the taxation, just go onto the website and then just type in HMRC and then read about it. Very, very exciting, very exciting. If you are a student of accounting and you are doing accounting, the taxation part, we used to, when I used to do it, when I did my course, we used to call it, oh, what is it now? The graveyard of accountancy, because it is the accounting, it is the tax papers which would pull out people out of these papers. During my time, there were 16, but okay, they were, no, 14 papers, and 2 were tax papers. There was the lower one and the advanced one. So they used to call it graveyard of SCCA. Anyhow, okay, let's continue. Number 5. Number 5 is the reporting. What are we doing here? Is it reporting? I think there's a problem here, isn't it? Auditing. I'm just spotting something here which is on, it's auditing, isn't it? Hello? This is auditing. I think something is wrong on the water. You'll go and change it in there, Linda. It's auditing. This part here is auditing, not reporting. Well, it's obviously there's auditing part there. We have a report. Yeah, there is a report that is produced here, but I think it's auditing. Okay, statutory audit, examination, accountant, and
examination. Yeah.
Examination. Oh dear. No, there's something. Maybe it's my thing. There's something. Anyway, this is to do with the whereby the whatever the accounts, how the organization has done, it has got an independent person to come in and say, okay, this is the revenue we've declared, this is the expenditure, and then of course you put it in your books, and then you are going to produce a statement. Then we want to know whether that has been done the right way. So an independent person comes in. Now, in terms of statutory audit, there is statutory audit, again, depending again on the threshold. Some companies don't need statutory audit. If they don't, then it would be independent examination or accounts. There is something here in Linda, actually, you go in, I think, and change it a bit, because audit independent is the statutory audit, independent examination, accountant's audit. Okay, maybe it's the space. It's the space, yeah, okay. Yeah, so it depends on, so at the lower end, we have got accountant's report. In other words, the accountant's report. Again, as I say, for example, we've got those statutes, we have got the code where what we follow when we are saying, okay, these figures are correct, and to the benefit, to the managers have done their work, the owners have actually done their work. And so you need that kind of endorsement. Number 6, of course, number 6, it goes to the, okay, here we use also software. At every stage we are using software. I don't know whether that one is being seen here. Here we use the software called Digital, and also Taxation Digital. And my work papers will actually be, we've been using my work papers here in the auditing and Digital. We are moving out from my work papers. I think Digital might be giving us a good thing. If we have just Digital for everything, that would be from stage 3 to actually stage 6. We can actually negotiate even the payments, the monthly payments. So last but not least, we have got now the filing with authorities. Yes, so filing with authorities. So here we have the authorities, the Companies House, the Charity Commission, and HMRC. Again, in here in the UK, this version is actually talking about UK, but you may find that in other countries, these are similar. Okay, don't know what it is in Ghana, where you file, or Uganda or Iran. You know, here we have got on this call, we've got people from UK, we have got people from Sierra Leone, we have got people from Uganda, we've got people from Iran, you know. Who else? What country have I not mentioned? Nigeria. I think the other day I met someone from Nigeria, one of the interns from Nigeria. You see, so yeah, we are well represented basically on the globe. Yeah. So this part here, it depends on what the authorities need. So Companies House, that's again a requirement. Companies House is a requirement that you have got to produce. Again, here, you need to know when the filing deadlines. This is very, very important. You need to know the filing deadlines. And the best way is to get your client and then know when are they filing. When are they filing with Companies House? How about if it's a charity? How about Charity Commission? Okay, is there any requirement? Okay, if HMRC, how about the tax? When is it supposed to be filed? Is there tax like a city 600, that is corporation tax, and there's okay, down there's personal tax. Sorry, about what has happened there. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to dig in for the next 15 minutes or so. We are going to dig in for an example here in statutory accounts and scheduling. But I know we normally put questions at the end, but can we chip in a if you have got a very burning question right now, can you do that? We normally do it at the end, but sometimes you may have a question and then it disappears if you didn't even write it down. Do you have any question or any comment or something? Yeah, statement of financial position, that is balance sheet. Thank you so much, Eunice, and thank you so much, Florence. Thank you very much. And those are that's the international way of referring to these statements. But as I said, the profit and loss and balance sheet has been around for centuries, really, I should say. Since I don't know when it was first started, but I think that's the reason why it's still in the even the lecturers, I think they might be even saying it. Yeah, I remember when I was doing this, actually, we were changing to international. And one of the papers, actually, I did international, and the others, I did the UK. One of the papers, which paper is that? Yeah, there is a paper where I just did international. Yeah, anyway, okay. No question. Okay, let's dig into here. Let's dig in number 3, statutory accounts and scheduling. Roll forward procedures, working trial balance, lead schedules, analytical review, completeness, compliance with the law. I'm just going to begin with just this compliance with the law. Yeah, so, wow. As you can see at this stage, we are dealing with accounts that are going to be presented, and those accounts are presented in such a way that they comply with the law. Yeah, so it's very, very important here. And also they are supposed to be produced, and then there is a cutoff. For example, you need to be say for example, if the company does the accounting period is 31st July 20. Okay, let me use a simple one. 31st December 2022. Then these accounts should be ready. Yeah, 9 months after. Should be ready 9 months after, by September 31st. By September 31st, by September 31st, 2023. Yeah, so we need to be able to prepare this within that time. Now, how do we do this? So I've decided that I think in order for us to have a feel, we look at an example of how we do scheduling, statutory accounts and scheduling. Here in Moracle, we use a method called scheduling. When we are producing, for example, a trial balance, the trial balance has got elements of the trial balance. They've got balances that at the end of the accounting period, those balances, a report is given, which is called trial balance. So it's all the elements in the profit and loss, and also the balance sheet. All those items, all those accounts, all the accounts are, all those balances are they form what we call a trial balance. So, but then now before we do just that, we do what is called scheduling. Yeah. Let me just come to what it is. The scheduling. Now, I'm going to you produce first and foremost, the client is going to give you a trial balance. With the trial balance, it has got the balances of all the accounts of the trial of the profit and loss account, all the balances at the end of the year, and also the balance, the accounts that make up the main aspects of the balance sheet. But before you do that, you need to prepare a template. And this is what I want to just show you. And what does that template has? It has got, the template has got, let me, I think, go down. The reason why I'm doing this, I'm going to hide something because I'm trying to prepare a template for training. This is a live train template, but we are not obliged to really show these templates to show the actual one to other people other than a client template to people. Let me see for it. Oh dear. Okay, I've spilled the beans. I've spilled the beans. Anyhow, let me just if you've been seeing anyway. Yeah, what I did was I wanted to show you a live one. So what happens is that you in here in Moracle, we have got usually a template that we use, and that template, the first has got it has content, and I think, let me go through that. I think, yeah, this one now summarizes what I want to show you. Can you see my screen properly? Especially
Yes.
on the left here, maybe I can make it bigger.
Yes.
So that you can, okay, good. Let me make it very big. After all, it's actually for our learning, so it doesn't really matter. Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll have a contents page. Okay, sorry. Bear with me. As I told you, the idea came very quickly, and I said maybe this will be a bit different from what we do, but I think it will be very helpful. Because when we say scheduling, at times, I'm talking about myself, it was not something I would put that to, because I'm from a corporate world when I joined Moracle, and some of the things that Moracle does, I had not done them anyway. Yeah, so, okay, there we are now. Okay, I think that's good. That seems to be good. And in fact, I'm going to save it as such. Yeah, okay, Control save. Right, the content spread has got all those different sheets, how you're going to do, what you are going to include in this, or your schedules, or what are the schedules? Yeah, what are the schedules? So we have the first one, the guidance, how you are going, guidance on managing the sheets. You have got instructions, and then you have got background information. I think I will jump to that one, very, very of interest. We've got notes and queries. We've got review points. We've got points forward. We've got the cover, then profit and loss. I think I will change that one to income statement. we've got balance sheet, profit of financial position. Financial position, then operating profit, taxation, dividends, tangible assets, and then it goes on.
Debtors.
Debtors, creditors, capital and reserves, income, sales, cost of sales. All those. Okay, what are we then doing during, what are you doing? Then exported TB. What are we doing here in stage 3? You can see there is a lot. We are looking at each of these balances, okay? The balances that say for example, the profit and loss balances. What was the profit? In other words, what was the income? And then we're analyzing that one. We are saying, okay, is the income okay? We are making even adjustments. This is what we do, that's scheduling. We have, if we are looking at the profit and loss, it is showing us, that would be, of course, the client will give us that, and then the balance sheet. The items on the balance sheet, if it is fixed assets, what are the fixed assets? What are their balances? Or are they there? What makes up that, So when it comes to that, actually, we are going to have a look. Now, I just want to, I'm saying I have 6 minutes there, but I think I need to look at this background information. It's very, very important there. You know that Mola normally talks about background information. It's very, very important, by the way, background information. You look at the client, and then you must then make sure, go in. This page is very, very important. Again, I will go up to the top. What I've put blackened out there is just the organization's details, okay? And then here, normally for that, every sheet has got prepared by, and then you put there the date, and then when that work has been done, somebody higher will review that. In our case, for example, Mola does review that. Sometimes I do actually myself. I do that, and if it's prepared by someone else, then sometimes I review. So you put the date when you reviewed it, okay? And then this one, this is still because every page you have got, it has got that bit there. Prepared, who prepared it, then who reviewed it, and what date. Now, that's again, I need to prepare here. First of all, before you do the accounts, these schedules, and so on and so forth, you need to have, you need to prepare what is called checklist. You need to prepare a checklist. I think next time I share, have I shared checklist with you? Hello? Is in one of the moments that I've been given to share with you, have I shared what is called a checklist?
No, you have not.
Oh, no. Okay, that would be because that is again another. Okay. No, let me just say it. Before you start doing this, you need, first of all, to plan, to arrange a planning meeting with the client. And then you take you ask them what you need from them. Now, here at Moracle, most of our clients actually are digital clients. So they are not going to bring paper. They are not going to bring papers and so on in a carrier box or in envelopes and so on. If they have anything, it should be saved electronically. And so then you need to ask all the information that you need to be able to do to carry out the work. But there's some work that you can do before even you start, before even they do that. And this is one of them. This schedule ready? And this part here, as I'm going to show you just now, it's very easy to do to get. For example, you get into the company house. Again, if you Google a company, you go into company's house, for example, and then you Google the name of the company, and then it will give you the details. You can get to the filed accounts of this company. And with that one, then you will get information of incorporation, when was the company incorporated, that there will be the date. And then the registered offices, again, you can get it. And then here, the registered company number, okay, that will be there. That is for the company's house. And then the registered charity number. In this case, the template we are looking at is for a charity, yeah. And then registered address, again, yeah, sometimes the business address might not be the registered address. So you have to get that information. This is part of the background information. Accounts, when do they, in this case, again, in this schedule I'm looking at, the next accounts made up to 31st March will be needed until it's due by 31st December 2023. As you can see, this information here is from the company's house. I just didn't type them in. Now you go into the company's house, you go into this information for the client, it will have this one here. You see, so 9 months after the end of the financial year, the accounting period, 9 months, then the accounts are due. Then the last statement made, that, as you can see here, the last statement made up to 31st March 2022. Then there is what we call confirmation statement. Again, that one you are required to do to help the client do it. And in most cases, the client may do it. So here it says the next statement date is 13th September 2022, due by 27th September 2022. So this is how, then last statement there, it is giving all that details. Then company type. So here again, in the company's house, they give you that, what is this company all about? What do they do? What is the type? I know it's a time, but I think I will have to finish this page. What do you think? I need to. The nature of business. Again, this nature of business, again, you'll pick it up. You can actually pick up everything here is in the say company's house. Or if it's a charity, you go in charities commission. Again, you can get all this information from them, from there. People and of significant influence. Okay. When the very first time I did this, you know how accountants do that, especially if you, although I'm saying I'm from the old school. Actually, I'm from the new school because I didn't use accounts where we were writing. I didn't use those ledgers and so on because I'm coming from a different profession, as I told you. So I was doing that, and then when I came in, of course, everything that is really current is what I was going with. So I never used those big words. So when I was coming across this one, and then what is this? People of significance control, what does that mean? So there it is. These are the guys. In this case, again, it's a charity. There's a chairman, there's trustees. The chairman and trustees and secretary, these are people of significant control because they are the ones who have been entrusted with the running of this organization, with how the organization is running. In fact, they are the ones who appoint. They will appoint auditors. They will, so those are people of significant control. And of course, the chairman of the trustees, there must be a trustee. Yeah, and again, secretary there. Then principal office, again, in this case here, it will be showing the date when it was incorporated, this particular, I would call it dummy, and then it is also showing the address there. And then the trustees here, there's this information which you need. You need to know what is their name, and are they trustees in other organizations? That's why it says other trusteeships, and then when were they appointed? In this case, this particular one that I'm using, these trustees who are still on, these are the dates when they were appointed. Very, very important. Why? Because you need to know whether they are still active. In fact, when you go into the company's house, it will give you all the trustees, and whether they are active or not, For a charity, in this case, a charity. If it's a limited company, of course, we'll talk about directors. Yeah. Yeah. So here we are the auditors. That one I didn't take it out. And then Moracle there, you are the auditors. Again, that is background fund, which is very, very important. Yeah. So that one you collect, and then as you go, as you do the the accounts, there are things that you need to review. And there again, I have some things as you come around and you are collecting information, you are adjusting this, you are doing that, those things, then you put them here. Like in here again, these I've not really blackened them out because they are general. They are general in that, well, they are specific to this client, but again, because the name is blackened out, I can show you the figure. In this case, for example, there was a problem with the chart of accounts. When we were doing this, we saw the problem with chart accounts. Where, for example, accrued income, chart of accounts for accrued income, it was actually basically in the chart of accounts that part was not. So we thought that is a review point. Then again here, Lloyd's credit card. Is it a credit card? And so here there's in chart of accounts as a bank set, and then expenditure with that. All these are the review points as you are doing the accounts. You need to put them down, you pen them down. And I just remember that when we were doing this, sometimes we would not. And then when I would say, why didn't you say it? Because you may forget, you may actually forget. So you come here, when you are doing it, you come to this page and just write down. It doesn't matter how many review points you have. You are reviewing that aspect that you found not to be what it should be. Yeah, I'm going to actually stop here and maybe allow in the next minute or two if you have got questions. In fact, there's quite a lot here because these, as you can see when I showed you the contents, there are so many tabs that you can go to really see. For example, after that, you have got now to upload the general ledger in this case. But initially, it will be the trial balance. I think we will go when we get again another slot. We will continue with this. I think even if it is, for example, I get another slot where when we are maybe when we are doing auditing, I'll still come up here because it's something we've started on, and I think it's nice to continue. I will give maybe some 10 minutes to it, and then we go until we finish. Okay, I allow 2 or so minutes. Actually, we are beyond time. But yeah, if you have got a question, please, this is your time. I don't know, maybe I have to ask to change my question because sometimes questions, maybe some people don't want to ask questions. I will put it this way, it's your turn to make a comment in the next, yeah, we have one further minute. Those people may not want to ask questions, but you might have a comment. Just here we are. Actually, all of us are learning together. It's only that someone has got to be just in this chair where I am, but we are learning.
Hi, James.
Hello, Noah.
Okay, so in case of, let me say you are preparing the scheduling, and also then, for instance, the client does not give you the proper trial balance in terms of preparing the account. So as trusted advisors, what will you do? What do
you do if the client doesn't give you a proper prior account? They have okay. If I understand properly, is that like they now want you to prepare them accounts and they have not given you I don't know what you mean by proper trial balance. So they have not given you any figures?
No, I did not mention. Maybe let me say, like, for instance, their balances are not accurate. Like, for instance, it's like the trial balance.
So it's not balancing.
Yeah.
And they are giving you that. No, you tell them, you go back, you take it back to them and say, well, yeah, this is not bad. There's no I can go. There must be something. You have to fix it because they need to give you a trial balance. So if not, then that's where you'll be. It would mean you have to begin from stage one, because the trial balance we are talking about is actually produced at stage one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if they don't have trial balance, it means there is incomplete records there.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah, client that you're
yeah,
only working on stage 3, and that's of stage this
yeah,
stage
exactly.
2,
Exactly.
yeah,
So yeah, you are at stage 3. They've given you a trial balance and it doesn't balance. Now sit down with the person who has given you I imagine the accounting, the person who is doing the accounts, who is actually posting, and then tell them, because sometimes they would say, oh, we've given you everything. We've got situations where they say, oh, we have given you everything. Everything is there, you know. So you have to sit them down first. If they gave you a trial balance, I mean, what's the meaning why it's a balance? It's a balance because the liabilities, they are balancing out with the assets. Well, the debits are balancing with the credits. So I think you sit them down and you have a chat with them. You say, well, this is incomplete because I need to have the trial balance, the balance. In fact, it's trial balance simply because those balances may not be necessarily correct, but they are balancing. As you know, that some items could have been posted. Yeah, for example, they could be posted in the bank simply because they're expenses. It's an expense, but it's been posted as the bank balance, and it's received balance because it's on the debit side, because the bank balance and the expense balance is normally a debit balance, isn't it? So that's why we call it a trial balance. So you've not really, you have not looked at each of those and find out. In fact, again, I'm not just shouting out. There's one other client very recently we've got. When I went in, I asked, but what is this? Is this a bank? And it wasn't a bank. It was an expense. But it had been posted as if it's a bank, you know, so quite a number of things. So yeah, no, that's a very good question. And indeed, that really happens. So it's now an opportunity for you to educate the client. Yeah. Thank you.
Can I say something?
Yes, please.
Yeah. I believe that, for example, what we're saying, if the finance person in that organization provided a trial balance that does not balance or something like that, I think from the initial stage of your company getting involved with them, you should be able to have a view of their financial knowledge. Because if you check their previous accounts, if there is a previous account and then you look at it, that will be able to give you an idea what you think they'll be able to produce. Because some of them, if they don't have much knowledge, then that will be part of your review, when it comes to the support you are going to give them. If it's your first year of, dealing with that organizations. So those are the stuff of things, those are the things that you might need to, sit or walk through. So it's not just going to be an audit. It means that you have to, charge them for that and let them understand all things that need to be put in place. Because if they do not understand the stage one, and stage one is not reflecting on their, on their work, it's going to give you a lot of problems. So I think those are the things that if they are new clients, those are the things that you need to look at their previous accounts and then asking them to give you things. From there, you'll be able to review and see whether the finance person knows what they're doing, or the person just needs a small support. And that, first of all, will be what you are going to give them when you have been appointed as an auditor. So be able to tell them that, yes, I know you want me to do audit, but it looks like, this audit is going to include some other accounting aspect that all your books needs. For example, asking them to send you their management accounts and everything, their budget. From there, you'll be able to know where they are financially in terms of knowledge and their books. Because if that is not balancing, it means that there will be more problem you are going to encounter, in terms of their, the accounts. So it's better to ask them to go back to basics. If it's just maybe opening balance or funding balance, that's what is not, balancing. You might be able to give them pinpoint where to go. But when the trial balance are not balancing, there might be more problem that needs to be corrected before you can proceed with audit. I hope that's it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Any comment or question before we close? Yeah. Okay. So thank you very much. Thank you, Uganda. Thank you, Iran. Thank you, UK.
Thank you very much.
Coming up. Yeah, for turning up again. We have 7 days to go. I'm sure God will keep us. I don't want to say we will be there, but it's by His grace. He'll keep us, yeah, because we don't own those 7 days are coming. It's God who owns them. But I'm sure we will still enjoy each other. And next, I think that time also will get. I think Mola might be here. Yeah. By the way, again, Mola is encouraging us to get involved. When you, in order for you to improve and you teach something you've learned, it goes a long way. So I think going forward, we could ask Molai to give each one of us maybe to have 10 minutes of this 1 hour to say something. I think it would improve a lot. And so that we look forward to say, okay, next Saturday, next Thursday, yes, it's Florence's time. 10 minutes, first 10 minutes will be Florence. Then you prepare something for 10 minutes. I think so. I think, yeah, because when you teach, you get better and better. I tell you, I just tell you, because no wonder why. Okay, the book I read, the person who is revered there is a teacher, and is called Jesus. So he was a teacher. So yeah. Okay. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a wonderful week, everyone.
Have a wonderful week indeed. God bless you. Bless you all.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you very much, James. Thank you very much.
Yeah, welcome. Welcome. Bye.
Thank you.
Okay, welcome.
The recording is still on.
Oh, okay. Can you switch off? Oh,